Hi guys, I'm working out. I don't always go live, it's been a while. Hi guys, like we're in China and I'm at the gym. No matter where I go, I make time to work out. It's a leg day. So today I'm training glutes. How is everybody doing? How are my girls? Hello. Hi ladies. Tell me, where are y'all from? You guys know I'm from Canada, but where are you guys from? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Hey, hey, okay, Brittany, this is so exciting for you to get into bodybuilding. I love being a bodybuilder and also taking my habits with me wherever I go. And it's fun because it teaches you so much resilience and discipline. You have to be consistent, but you have to be willing to sacrifice and struggle along the way and just embrace struggling a little bit. What? Jamaica? Jamaica in the house. Can you guys hear me? Because I believe my headphones are connected to my phone. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. And so right now I'm warming up my glutes. I'm going to be in here for about 30 minutes. I'm going to go upstairs and make a video. I'm going to film a video about a question that I actually had on my latest video. I believe the question was along the lines of why did I wait or decide when I found my partner that I was going to go celibate? So I want to make a video about my choices, about why I decided to be celibate or why we're both celibate and how I navigated talking to my partner, just why I made that decision, whether it was going to be with my partner or anyone else. I definitely find that as you become a woman with more standards, and my body reflects that, I don't let men or anyone play with me. I look like I don't play with myself. I'm very disciplined, very healthy, very mentally sharp, focused. I make good money. I can do a lot. So if I'm going to communicate my needs and my boundaries with people, they have to respect it. And whether I would marry you or if you're my friend or a client, like I respect people. So I expect them to respect me. And there are reasons and boundaries in place to test if people truly respect you. You cannot just be willing to sacrifice and give to other people just to comfort them because you're afraid of losing them. If somebody walks out of your life because of a boundary, they weren't meant to be in your life to begin with. Right? So my favorite is going to be the kickbacks. We're going to hit the top shelf of the glutes. So I'm doing a glute focused workout, only glute exercises. You guys get to see this in real time. This is my first time training at the gym since arriving in China, maybe 4, 5 days ago. We are here for business. There was an expo going on with vendors and factories, and we came for that. I also turned 31 a few days ago, guys. 31 years old in China. So it's been fun. Remember when you're doing your kickbacks to squeeze at the top and hold? Stay in control. I feel like I need to go on live more because I don't go on live with you guys as much as I should. Detroit, Jamaica, California, North Carolina. Wow. St. Louis. Oh, ladies, we've been eating the food here. I am bloated, bloated, bloated. That's what happens when you travel, especially to a country that's not so westernized. Because, yeah, we've been eating a lot of Chinese food. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm like, I just need simple food. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. 31 years old. Okay, this is my favorite exercise. Favorite for growing your legs, growing your glutes. I'm sorry. How is everybody doing though? Do you have any questions for me that I can answer for you? Hi, Lindsay. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to my other Scorpio Canadian sister. Hello. Yeah. What? Turning another chapter? All I want to do is get healthier. Healthier spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. Such a blessing, hey? Such a blessing every day. All right, y'all, let's go. So I like to be soft with my knees. Keep your belly tight. Bring that heel up to the ceiling. Take your time when you're coming back in with that knee. Squeeze at the top of the movement. These are my favorite for growing my glutes. I will show you guys shortly. And the set is from Honor Active. Yeah. The booty grinds. Yeah. Gives the glutes a lot more pressure and tension from the cables before we get into dumbbells or machines. This gym is so beautiful, but this hotel is honestly so beautiful. So you have to pick good hotels with good gyms. That's going to keep you motivated. Yes. Whoa. But ladies, what's up? How's everybody doing? Hi, Kalani. Hello, hello. I feel like it's evening for you guys. It's morning for me. And there are people outside going for a walk. Tons of scooters, tons of development here. It's 9:50 a.m. in China. I have a meeting with the factory that we're going to visit at 2, and they're sending a car at 12 because it's 2 hours from us. So I have to work out really quickly. Then I'm going to get ready. While I'm getting ready, I'm going to film a YouTube video and do my makeup, do my hair. And yeah, I want to film at least 2 videos. So how do I add the Q&A sticker? How long did it take me to grow my glutes? It took me, I would say, 3 years. I've been training for 11. When I started training, I only trained my glutes 1 to 2 times a week. And then when I hired my coach, my main coach that got me to the highest level in bodybuilding, that built my discipline, my confidence, who I am today. He changed it to 3 times a week. I'm sore all the time. Um, yeah, I'm sore all the time. I love the soreness because then it just keeps your glutes looking a lot fuller. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My frame is pretty small, so I don't do too much on my quads. I don't do too much on my hamstrings, just because if you overly develop your quads and your hamstrings, your glutes are going to look a lot smaller. So we just do a lot of glute specific exercises so that the ratio from my hips to my glutes looks bigger and the rest of my legs look really small and lean. And then my glutes are just the main feature of the body. So you can specifically target a muscle to build muscle, but you cannot specifically target an area to lose body fat. So for guys, if they want a bigger chest or bigger arms, they would just train those specific muscles daily or often. However, for women, if we're training chest, you're not going to grow boobs. It doesn't work like that. You're going to turn any fatty tissue into muscle, and your boobs will get smaller actually, because what's in your breast is tissue. It's fatty tissue. It's not a muscle unless it's underneath. I am 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", more closer to 5'5". Um, Do I do an intense warm up before the actual workout? Nope, never. Because you don't want to uh, give out too much energy before you get into heavier lifting. So as I'm doing my glutes, I will increase the weight over time as the sets go on. But my warm up, usually I will use a booty band and I will isolate my glutes first and burn them out as much as I can first if I'm training my legs. Okay. And then if I'm training the rest of my body, I could do 10 minutes on the elliptical, 10 minutes on the treadmill. You can also do some light movement, um, but nothing where I'm out of breath. You don't want to do that because you're going to lose so much more energy for your workouts. So anything that goes out to the side is going to help you build that abduction, build the top shelf of your glutes. And no, you cannot replace your hip dips. Like you can kind of see that I have one, right? But when I turn to the side, that's when I get more glutes. But if I was straight, I still have hip dips. It's normal, it's common. I don't stress about it. I wouldn't stress about it either. Make training fun. You get to become healthier, hotter, and it shouldn't feel like a chore. You just really want to enjoy your workouts. So I travel with my booty bands and I travel with my cable attachment. And guys, we don't do any crazy diets over here. Um, Honestly, girlfriend, when it comes to the weights that I use, I'm pretty strong because I've been training for so long. So I can't really like give you a number, but I just start with a medium weight, which is like 30 pounds, and then I'll go up to maybe 100 pounds to do my kickbacks. Depends on the exercise, depends on the energy for the day. Um, but yeah, don't be afraid of the numbers. For me, I want to get stronger. Like I'll show you guys. For me, I always wanted to be able to do crazy things, get myself up on a bar, do crazy badass things. My abs, we can go all the way up. I just always wanted to be a strong ass, badass female. So don't be afraid of the weights. Just come in the gym, learn your form properly, or hire a coach if you're afraid. So we're gonna do one more. Okay. Um, let's go. I like to cheer myself on too. But yeah, I usually have a timer for how long I'm going to do each movement. Um, Not always till failure. Meal portioning. So I don't do meal portioning, but guys, if you haven't already seen my second channel, it's called Stronger with Shen. On this main channel, there's a link to my fitness channel. There are a lot of tips and tools on that channel. People like that channel too. Is there a way to slim the upper body? Yeah, you can continue challenging your exercises, say for triceps. If you don't want too much muscle, it's better to develop the muscle first. Develop the muscle so you actually know what's there, and then you can do a little bit more HIIT workouts, cardio to decrease body fat, and you'll be able to see what kind of muscle you have. So if I'm not flexing, my arms are just normal. But then if I go to flex or if I was leaner, the muscle will start to show. But me walking, I look like a normal person. Um, so yeah. So if you don't want to gain too much muscle, just train in the mid-range of weights. Not too heavy, but definitely not too light. Me, I like to just lift. I don't mind building, but I would just train my upper body less. I'll train my upper back 2 times a week and my arms twice a month. I like to do a lot of pull-ups, a lot of dips, just to keep my strength. So there's a difference between building for physique and building for strength. I want to be able to do the pull ups, so I do them as many times per week, even if it's on a leg day. You guys got the questions. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, if you feel like you're currently have more body fat than muscle mass, continue training like an athlete. You can turn your fat into muscle. So don't be afraid. I'm turning on the Q&As. Don't be afraid to go to the gym and start lifting weights. I do this with all my clients when they're in person or online. So they're building the muscle. And even with me, I have a little bit of body fat on, a little bit of body fat. Don't judge me like, girl, you're fine. Little bit, everybody has a little bit of body fat, especially women. We carry more body fat in our belly, back area, arms, just because we produce babies. So uh, we're naturally going to carry more body fat up here. Men, they're leaner up here, and women are leaner in their legs. So you also just want to eat well. Nutrition is going to be 80%. Why is this there? You also want to eat well. A lot of people don't eat well. So, my favorite exercise for abs is going to be a hanging leg raise. And you can do this on the floor as well. I don't know where the mat is. So it's like a knee crunch. You can do this on the floor. But in order to see your abs, to see any definition, to feel good, you need to eat well. You need to also drink water, or else none of it matters. A lot of people are like, oh, what about this diet, that diet, this diet? Don't do a diet. It's not going to work for you. I told my girls on my challenge number 2, I got challenge number 3 happening in January. So if you guys gonna do challenge 1 or 2, that's okay. You can do challenge number 3. So I told the ladies, I'm like, don't do a diet that you cannot do for the rest of your life. The reason why a lot of people fall back into bad habits is because they make their life more difficult. You cut out sugar, you cut out carbs, but you don't learn self control. You need to know how to have self control. Most people don't have self control. You act out of emotion rather than thinking logically. So you need to eat well. Yes, whole foods is the only way. So many people have PCOS, they have IBS, they have diabetes, they have this. What you put in your mouth matters. What you neglect from your body matters. Sugar isn't bad for you. Depends on what kind of sugar you're eating, where it's from, the quality, and how much of what you're eating. So people are like, oh, I have almond milk. Well, I can only have a certain brand of almond milk because of how it's made, almonds and water. But when you go to cafes, they have almond milk that has so many different chemicals and ingredients in it, and you don't even know what you're drinking. You just think you're eating healthy. You just think you're eating or drinking a healthy lifestyle. No, the quality of the ingredients does matter. So, strong built gal like me, it's all based on quality. The quality I put in my body, the quality that I have around me, selective. I don't just eat anything. I just don't have anyone around me. I don't say yes to anything. I can go into a coffee shop. I can order a tea with hot water. I don't just follow trends. I like to look good. I turn heads. I make connections. I make money. That's how a good life is going to work for you. But if you're just shitting your life away because you just keep accepting anything or you make decisions based on your emotional state, I don't do the I'm just a girl. No, I'm not just a girl. I'm a woman. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a healthy ass wife. And I don't just want anything. So I coach all my women to have this mindset. So whether they're a wife already, they're a mother already, they learn quality. Quality. You can't just be putting out anything in your mouth and thinking, oh, it's healthy. You need to do more research. And when you go to your doctors, look at them. They're trying to prescribe you all this nonsense and they don't even go to the gym. They don't even know what's lean protein and fatty protein. They can't even help you with proper vitamins. They don't even know how to prescribe what you're dealing with. So you've been going to the wrong people that only want your money for subscription. So a lot of people don't know this. They're just, oh, well, I'm eating healthy. Nothing's working. You probably don't know your portion size or your macros. That's important. So a lot of people just shit against themselves because you think you are eating healthy. You think you're working out in the right way. You go to the gym, you're still lifting 5 pounds, 7 pounds, not challenging yourself. You need to go into life like, I'm gonna learn something every single day, every single day. There's not a rep range of how many crunches or movements that I do. I use a 30-second timer and do 30 seconds of crunches, 30 seconds of kickbacks. Well, let's move on. Let's go for some deadlifts. But don't let the doctors fool you. Don't let influencers fool you because you guys are going to be running in circles trying to do what everybody else is doing. You need someone to build you a plan. Like go to the gyms in your area and study and also inquire, ask questions about the nutritionist you're talking to, the personal trainer you're talking to. Do they know how to help themselves? If somebody doesn't know how to help themselves, why are you wasting your money? If if I don't, if I'm not an example of a glow up, level up, financial health, why would you invest your time, your money in me? Right. So you guys are following people that can't help themselves. Don't confide in people that cannot help themselves. You don't know how to lose weight? Don't be asking people for advice that don't really know how to lose weight. If you don't know how to get healthy, don't be asking nobody who goes and be eating all crap food. And because they can't gain weight, you think, oh, they know a lot of nutritional facts. No, do your research, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions and find the right coaches in any field that you're looking to become better at, more knowledgeable with. Ask questions, ask the right questions. Yes, even down to the quality of the seasoning. hmm Seasonings, sauces. So, OMAD diet is pretty much you're eating your full calories, full macros in one meal. A man can do that, but for women, I'm not so sure. I've never really tried it of eating all the food in one meal just because digestive system cannot break down all that food at once, especially right before bed. So that I don't know. I do not promote harsh diets. I don't promote OMAD. I don't promote keto. I don't promote juicing. I don't promote anything that is not sustainable. I teach women how to do sustainable living so they can enjoy their life and they can enjoy traveling, enjoy being a mom, enjoy being a woman. We're not on no crazy diet. I'm not the person for that. Like, I look sexy like this because I eat food. And even if you're not hungry in the morning, I would say have an eating window. That's way better. Intermittent fasting is going to be way better. Having a time frame for how, for when you start your eating. But I would prefer that over um, eating your full meal all at once. So personally, for me, I eat 12 to like usually 11 a.m., 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to start with some deadlifts. There's no timer on today because you're on the phone. I love deadlifts for the back of my legs and my glutes. But y'all, if you have cellulite on the back of your legs, you want to do plyometric exercises like jumping. The muscle that you get from weight training is going to push the muscle against your skin. But to tighten the skin, you need to do jump squats. You need to do high knees, mountain climbers, burpees. Imagine you're in your 30s and You can't do all of these fast movements, but you want to throw it back and you're out of breath. We don't want to be out of breath. We want to be tiring out our men, at least tiring out our husbands. So, yeah, go to the gym, work out, move your body, have fun. Don't do crazy diets. Make this a lifestyle. Back to the deadlifts. Learn how to breathe with the movements. Slowing down your heart. This prepares you for life. Being a calm woman. She maneuvers with grace. She's strong physically and mentally and emotionally. She does not impulsively react or respond. She is in tune with the flow of her body, with the sound of her voice, and with the thinking that goes on in her mind. You just want to have fun. Have fun. How many meals per day do I eat? In my time frame of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 4 to 5 meals, 4 full meals, 1 protein shake. I got to show y'all ladies, like throwing it back. I'm never going to be the one that's like talked about by any of my exes that I was a starfish. Nope. I want to be a badass woman. I'm like, nope. I coach my men to keep up with me in the gym. And yeah, most men, if they don't go to the gym and their woman goes to the gym, they will start going to the gym. If it's the other way around, most women aren't going to go to the gym because their man goes to the gym. They will go if they're insecure, or they just won't go and remain insecure. I would rather go to the gym and be a badass because I'm never going to be insecure. I was like that in my first relationship because I didn't know anything about the gym 11 years ago. But trust me, I feel so much better in my body, being strong, shaping my body, putting on outfits. My silhouette looks nice. So I'm not going to be insecure against any other woman. I guess it depends on the shoe that you're wearing, but honestly, I just wear Nikes depending on the outfit. I just wear the shoes with the outfit. So just do what works for you. Flat shoes with good feet protection, toe protection is going to be better for you. My booty cheeks are plumped. Waistline is small. That's what we want. That's what we want. Uh, yeah, guys. Nobody's in the gym. This is my happy place. Cheers. Thank you, God. This is my happy place. Uh, Elaine, that's actually good macros. 1,800 to 1,900 calories. That's what the girls in the challenge is currently eating. Because a lot of people, if they're eating clean food, they're eating like 1,200 calories. A lot of people eat a bunch of fast food, like 2 meals a day. Say you had a croissant and a coffee or a matcha latte, and then you order takeout for 1 meal. People just ate like 5,000 calories in 2 meals from takeout and think, oh, I had a good day of eating. Did you know the less quality food you eat, the less food you eat, your body will turn that into body fat? Google it. and stop getting your information from people's mouth. Go and do further research from what I tell you. Go and do further research from what you hear on the internet. Okay? When you starve yourself, when you don't eat, when you don't fuel your body will make that into fat. That's why a lot of people are like, I eat less now, or I eat less carbs, or I took da 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 da. I'm doing this diet, but I'm gaining more weight. You're starving your body. You're starving your body. Okay. You're starving your body. And when you starve your body holds on to the last meal you ate. So if you are like restricting yourself all day and then you cave at night and eat cookies and then you eat chips, your body's going to hold on to that food, snacks, trash, and then turn that into body fat. And you're going to be in the same cycle of hating your body and hating your choices. You need to eat vegetables, fibrous food, whole foods, food from the ground, sweet potatoes, yams, clean protein as much as quality protein as much as you can. I'm from Canada. My background is Jamaican. Um, but yeah, like I'm a Canadian girl. Yes, baby, I got a man. Do you see this ring, babe? This ring is so pure, so pure. Do you see this diamond? Yeah, my man gave it to me. She's off the market. She's been off the market before this ring. Make sure you got a man that shows up with commitment without you begging. I don't like begaman. I don't like men that are thirsty for me either. Don't be thirsty. I don't like that. I don't like men drooling all over me. I like men with self-control. Yes. Bye. I like men with self-control. I don't like men that are hungry. Could never be mine. Yes, I like a man with a calm aura. He knows what he brings. He knows what he offers. He knows he's going to make my life better. And he does it quietly. He's not lustful. He's not thirsty. He's not licking his lips. He's not trying to catcall me, do too much, baby. I like you slick and quiet. Yeah, I don't like thirsty ass men. My old self probably would entertain it because I was insecure, looking for validation. Mama don't want that. I'm hella bougie, baby. Hella bougie. I like that. You like that too. You don't want no woman that's easy. You don't want a woman that's just gonna say yes to you just because you give her a compliment. It's an easy gal. We don't want that either. We want a woman that is sleek. She knows what she brings. I don't just answer to anybody. How you treat yourself is how you allow others to treat you. I live by that. I'm not thirsty to men. Even if they're wealthy, I'm not thirsty for men. I could get whatever price tag I wanted, and I'm not thirsty. I want what God wants for me. And I knew that He would bless me and He would bless the man that would be faithful to me and faithful. I would be faithful to him with or without pockets. But my man came with pockets. So, yeah, stay bougie, girls. Stay bougie. We don't want no broke man either. But you also don't want to be a broke gal yourself. When you're broke or just poor in your mind, poor in your mind, you'll be desperate for anything that comes your way. Yes, I've been there before. That's why I can give you this advice. You'll say yes because somebody can offer you a better life. You'll say yes because someone can, you know, do more than what you're doing for yourself. And you'll just accept what that person comes with rather than the character, the proper character. And that's when we choose things based on materialism. Wise words based on accountability and wisdom. Life experiences that you have to own. Hi, everybody. I gotta go shower, get ready, film a video. Look out for that video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look out for that video. It will be addressing why I chose to be celibate. Also, like when you're dating and you choose to be celibate, not all guys or girls are going to respect that boundary. I remember being on the other side where a man said that, there was a man that was like, oh, let's hang out, but hang out in a way like, let's go out to eat. I want to talk to you, hear about you. And he was celibate and he was waiting for a marriage. And I was so shocked. I was like, wow, you don't want to sleep with me? Like, you're not interested? Like, I didn't need to sleep with the person. But the validation of knowing that I would never sleep with a person until they're married because that was their boundary threw me off. Because how many people nowadays are like, this is my boundary? That man set the standard. We're still friends to today. And now he's married to a woman that waited. That man wasn't for me. We were not dating. We went on one date. And I was literally, but we became friends after that. But it was more so like the date was, I want to get to know you as a person. Like, who are you? So on this date, we're asking questions. And I'm like, so you would never want to sleep with somebody? You'd never want to sleep with me? Like, look at my body. You would never one day want to sleep with me? He's like, no, I will wait to be married to sleep with someone. And I was like, wow, that's so different. I've never heard that from a man. So I know there are men out there like mine, my fiance, that have self-control, and I respect those men. And I also wanted to respect myself. Took me long enough to start respecting myself. So how I teach women now is based on my own personal experiences. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jane. I got Jane on here. If a woman is interested in a man, how does she get his attention? Ooh, I don't know. First of all, if I'm interested in somebody, I will just remove my emotions so I'm not attached or obsessed with the outcome and just treat that person like a friend. Just talk to somebody genuinely, not because you want a relationship out of them, but because you want to learn and, just see if you guys are compatible. Hear people out, give it time. Before my partner and I progress to anything, um, yeah, before my partner and I progressed to anything, he was a client of mine. So it took time for him to just be like, oh, wow, I like her as a coach. She has great character, great personality. And whether it was my man or other men, I talk to men and they like me because I talk to them. I don't have an ulterior motive to date people. I just knew I would get what I wanted regardless. And if you just have a good conversation or a friendship with people, it gives it more ease to want to hang around a person or be around a person with no pressure of physical touch, which that should be the last thing that you offer or that somebody else offers. And so getting to know a person's character, how they maneuver in the world, their hobbies, what they do. There are people that are just like come over and hang out and waste time, just want to touch you and grope you up. It's so important when you do like someone that you set aside your emotions because usually you like this person because of their looks or because they have a nice watch, a nice car, or a lifestyle that you want to fit yourself into. And it's so important to get to know the person without ulterior motives and see if you truly will like that person. And sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm turned off by it. This is not for me. So I'd rather give people time than to give them my body. Um, mhm. I always knew I would be on Google, and I didn't want men to have experienced me. I didn't want them to have the opportunity to be like, hey, I've been with that girl. Like, mind you, I'm not that innocent, but there were standards where when I made certain decisions where I was like, okay, Shen, you can't just be like this. So, yeah, just because you like someone doesn't mean you have to sleep with them. Just because somebody looks good, don't just sleep with them. Give people time and let them work and show you if they want to be around you as a friend. Yeah. hmm And men nowadays are, I wouldn't even say like men specifically, but people nowadays are just very interesting with their choices of what they do behind the scenes. I really want to miss a masculine man that wants a female and doesn't have any wishful desires for the opposite sex. I want him to really just be about me, female me. So yeah, I just and just like selective, and I like that man to be like, these are my boundaries. I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not touching you, because I don't want a promiscuous man either. So yeah. Then Maverick, why are you here? You see, certain men. This is why these certain broke men. Listen, ladies, there's going to be the broke men that they talk shit for no reason, or they write. Men and women, the broke ones, have time to talk about nothing or to make comments, and they're not getting paid for shit. We don't pay no mind to those people because at the end of the day, they could never do what you do. They can never do what my man does. And talking, giving advice, quality advice, gets me paid. Mr. Maverick, I'm in China. You're in your bed, probably scrolling and still watching this live stream. I'm in China for business. Yes. So please, broke minded people, keep your opinions to yourself because I'm here making money moves, right? You're over there watching my live while I make money on this live and while in China. So I'm sticking up for all the women, all the gal them that have to deal with the nonsense of the foolish men that can't do nothing, can't pour into a woman, can't say nothing nice, but you want to be on anyone's live or behind the screens and you're insecure, probably beating your meat. And I'm in China. Mind who you're talking to. Mind who you're talking to. Because I'll back it up. Look at this rock. My man is in China. My man also makes enough money to get me the nicest jewelry, the nicest life. But you're watching my live stream. My man doesn't go on YouTube unless he's liking my videos, watching it so I get paid. Mind who you're talking to. While I'm in China. Why do I live stream? Look, I'm here. I'm still getting paid. So look, all the broke men that need some money, all the broke men that need some money, because my men, like I said, my masculine men would never be on a live stream ever or on Twitter, on no platform ever talking rubbish to anybody. My man is so nice, so kind, and that's why God will bless his pockets. And some of y'all don't even realize that the words, how you speak to people, you're negative, you're negative. thoughts and how you write to people is crazy because you're on my live stream and I probably make more money than you. Men, men, for the men that are on here. So please don't use foul language. Let's make it a thing in 2026 that we can properly communicate. Because mind you, you guys also probably are older than me. Yes, probably older. These are the men that their parents probably neglected. And trust me, mine, I was neglected during my childhood. I took accountability along the way to change the course of life. So one day I'm going to need to go do a live and make sure to school the men that are the broke men with the nasty comments on the internet. That's just making the bare minimum. And you want to come on my live. Do you see the rock on my finger? Do you see this rock on my finger? Yeah. Take a book out of my man's pocket where it's literally take a page out of my man's book and follow up on business. Okay, baby? Because he's not on the internet like this. Unless he's making money, he's not on YouTube. He's not on YouTube talking shit. He's not on Instagram. He's not on this or that. None of the platforms unless he's making money. His business doesn't run from the platforms. Hmm. But you could never do this for your woman. And I hope that the negative comments, okay, the negative men that want to ever drop comments on any woman's platform, I hope you're not married or you're wasting another girl's time because you could even do this for her. Do you see this rock? Hmm. I I know she's a get whatever I want, get whatever I want. And when you do put yourself in front of the world, make sure, make sure you come correct and you're kind because I'm never rude to people. Never. So y'all with the false mouth, it comes back to you. Trust me, it comes back to you. Be careful of how you speak. Be careful of how you speak. And listen, what's for me is for me. God will see it through. God will see it through. When you have God in your heart, God in your life, and you got the closest relationship, I don't have to worry about the peasants of the world because at the bottom it's crowded. At the top, that's where God is, and that's where I am. So for all the losers that could never do nothing, that's so unfortunate for you. Spend more time learning how to make money, invest your money, get healthy instead of gaining weight, being broke, and having nasty words on all platforms. How ridiculous. Somebody should be putting you in your place. And your reality is your reality because of your nasty ass words and your mindset. Trash. Probably over there playing video games and came across this live. So yes, bye. Bye to the nasty men and bye to my lovely communities. Yeah, I have to put those men in their place because they're not my man. And if they're yours, that would be unfortunate. But bye, guys.